Hey guys, this is Vicarious Alex here with another Movie Monkey review. I'm walking out of this AMC theater here somewhere in New Mexico, and I just got out of the Smurfs. Yes, that's right, I just saw the Smurfs today. That happened. I forgot what I was doing a couple of times, like zoned out in there. But the Smurfs is what I saw, and I do not really recommend it if you want to see like a kids movie. There's a lot of good kids movies out there, like, anyways, but it has some moments. Gonna keep it positive. So if you want to go see this movie for the pure like enjoyment of watching the tale unfold, like, I would not watch any more of this because there's not much tale to be told, and I'm probably gonna tell it so I can tell you some just like kind of interesting scenes. So okay, all right. So the Smurfs are magical beings that live in a village somewhere in the forest near this wizard's house. So I don't know where it is, but it's close to this wizard's house. This wizard wants to find the village. His name is Gargamel. He wants to find the village to capture the Smurfs, to harness their magic to become like a super wizard, like the first wish in like the evil guy made in Aladdin, Jafar made. Like, this guy wants to make the same exact, he's doing the same thing. Instead of a lamp, he's got to catch like 100 of these little Smurfs. They're like little tiny Smurfs. If you didn't know what Smurfs were, they're little blue people. Almost all boys, except for a girl Smurf named Smurfette, who is a girl, who was made out of clay by Gargamel to find the Smurf village. But she's not bad. She's a good girl. She's cool. At some point in the movie, the Smurfs, the male Smurfs, discover that there are other Smurfs somewhere else in the forest, behind this area that was like the forbidden area, like the secret enchanted forest, can't go in there. And she finds out, and then Gargamel finds out. So Gargamel wants to go to this village because they don't even know that Gargamel exists yet, and he wants to take all the Smurfs. And he's going to take these new Smurfs. The old Smurfs can't find that village, but he's set on getting to this village, and he thinks he has a great way to get there. So he's going. And Smurfette and these guys, a couple Smurfs that she grabs, like Brainy Smurf, who's voiced by Abed from like Community. I don't know his actual name, but that was surprising. Then there's like Brawny Smurf, or like Hefty Smurf, who's like strong, and then there's Klutzy Smurf, who is like a klutz, and he's like, I can't remember what actor, I don't know, he's in some shows, whatever. And they all go in the forest to find these Smurfs too. So they find the Smurfs, they're all girls. What? All girl Smurfs. Smurfette seems like she's fitting in right at home. The Gargamel comes, and then Gargamel grabs all the Smurfs and is going to take the Smurf essence from them, like the hexes, the hexies from the Black Crystal. Like, they try to do the same thing. Like, that's what they're doing. They're like sucking the life out of these beings. Like, that's the same thing. He's like wants to suck their life out and use that power to become a super. I don't know why he wants to be, like, I don't know what his motivation to become the most powerful sorcerer is, but he has some, I don't know, there's no reference to other people. So, like, his obsession with maybe everyone's super powerful, and he's just, like, super weak, and he doesn't fit in, and that's why he's so cranky, and he's set up, like, he's like a backwoods sorcerer who, like, set up like this fucking shack in the middle of the forest to catch these Smurfs, because it's like the only way. And like all of the other wizards and like sorcerers are like, this guy is fucking crazy, he's lame, he's not good at magic. He talks to his cat, he has a cat he talks to, and a bird that he talks to. They don't talk back really, they like meow and squawk at him, and he can kind of understand him. There's some comedic appeal in that somewhere, but I mean, like, I got it. There's some points it's kind of funny, actually. But I don't know what his motivation is, so he has, like, he's motivationless. He just wants to become more powerful, cuz. And, anyways. So his plan gets thwarted because in the movie, at some point, it gets established that Smurfette absorbs his magic, even though she was made by his magic. She absorbs magic that is specific to Smurfs. Somehow it's only magic that's specific to Smurfs. Some plot holes around this area. But she ends up doing this thing where she convinces him to use his magic on her, and then she like sucks it out of him. And once his magic gets sucked out, he's easily defeated. I don't actually know like what happens. I don't even know. I don't know how he really gets defeated. Like, he just like loses and like blows up. I don't know. I can't remember. And all the Smurfs go and let go. They let go. But the best scene in the movie, Smurfette dies. She dies, and it's like gonna happen. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, Smurfette's dead. And then like the happy music cuts and Smurfette's dead. And she's like a ball of clay, and they have this like vigil. The Smurfs has this vigil from the house that's somewhere in the forest back to the village that she was living in, and holds this vigil with like lights, and they're walking through the forest to this like mushroom village, and the lights start turning on, and I'm like, oh my god, they're really sad. They're mourning. They're in mourning because like their friend died, and everybody comes out of their house, and they make this like, they place her in this flower bed, and then they make this spiral around her, and they're like in tune with each other or something, and they use their like Smurf magic to bring her back to life by accident. They didn't know that they did it. And the whole movie's about Smurfette not knowing who she is. And then like she's just like part of their family. Like you don't need a label to know that they're part of your family, which was like a great little thing that happened in the middle of all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this movie. I'll get to the stuff. I have like 2 minutes of stuff time. So that's what happens. It's like a beautiful little ending. I would like watch that scene. If you wanted to see anything about this movie, just like type in like last scene in the movie, or like death scene, or visual. I don't know how it's going to be on the internet, but it was like pretty good. There was some good music in it too. It wasn't like, it was hard to build up. Like, there was no build up. It just happened. So there's not a lot of like tension built up with it, but like it's still pretty good. It's like not like a terrible scene. Okay, so some fucking terrible shit. One part of the scene, they go into this magic forest, and there's these flowers who like eat. They like suck up the Smurfs. They're like, and they eat the Smurfs, and then they shoot the Smurfs from one flower to the other, and they're covering the Smurfs with their pollen, and then they're shooting, and they're like shooting it into other flowers. And I'm telling you right now that those Smurfs were used as like sexual, like to transmit, like to breed. They were like breeding Smurfs. They were like sucked up and used to transfer pollen from plant to plant. They were like bees, except they were like being raped. Like they were just like being used to procreate. What? Okay, there was that. There was like another scene where there's these dragonflies, and one egg gets shot out of the nest, and like one of the Smurfs get it, and they can't get rid of it somehow. And all of them go, and they are attacking this one person with fire. They're breathing fire. These dragonflies breathing fire, and they're attacking him. And I don't understand, like, all the eggs are vulnerable now. These things shouldn't be alive anymore. They have a terrible defense mechanism. It's fucking awful. Alright, I got 5 more seconds. This movie's not very good. I want to go see it. Maybe see the last scene. Bye.